This thing's really nice. What'd you say it's called? Ushanka? 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 Okay, here we go.
Did you know that Russia had a team up with Germany before flipping sides and joining the Allies? In 1938, Hitler basically took Austria without any fighting, and the Western powers just sat there giving him the thumbs up to placate him and avoid war. He was slick about it too, as he didn't present it as taking over another sovereign nation, but rather bringing the German-speaking people of Austria back into the motherland. This disturbed the other European nations because the balance of power was very delicate in Europe following World War I. This went so well for Hitler that he decided to take a part of Czechoslovakia as well, since it too had a small German-speaking population. Basically, if it wore lederhosen and ate bratwurst, Hitler wanted it. Once again, the rest of Europe stood by and did nothing. This policy, mostly implemented by Britain and France, was referred to as appeasement. They thought, let's let Adolf take a little land and he'll probably stop and we can maintain the short-lived peace we've had since World War I just 20 years ago. Russia saw what was going on and they wanted in on this. They had been bulking up and had since become the USSR. Germany, with its recent repurposing of Austria and parts of Czechoslovakia, was looking pretty swole itself, but they were still both very hungry, and Poland was looking good with its German-speaking western half and its Russian-speaking eastern half.
It's time for minute distinctions.
As it turns out, the policy of letting Hitler do whatever he liked was not the wisest choice, since this emboldened Hitler, and he moved to take Poland just a few months later. It was at this time, to everyone's surprise, that Germany and Russia signed a non-aggression pact. But everyone knew what was up. Hitler was just buying time to take Poland without interference from Russia, and Russia was just buying time to get ready for a German invasion. Why was this such an open secret? Well, there was the aforementioned World War I, in which Germany and Russia killed each other a lot. Also, their political ideologies were diametrically opposed to each other. Germany was a far-right fascist state, while the USSR was obviously a far-left communist state. Reason number 3 is that Hitler just wanted land, which Russia had a lot of. He believed Germany needed more space to thrive. Also, Hitler hoped to gain control of the Soviet Union's natural resources, particularly oil, which were vital for the German war effort. Lastly, Germany thought Russia would be relatively easy to defeat, which was important because they could pose a threat to Germany in the future, and pose a threat they did. In 1941, the attack on the Soviet Union, known as Operation Barbarossa, proved to be a major miscalculation, as the Soviet Union put up a strong resistance and the German army was not able to achieve the quick victory they thought they would have. The invasion of the Soviet Union ultimately proved to be a major turning point in the war, as it stretched the German military thin and eventually led to Germany's defeat. But let's back up a bit. Back in 1939, just days before Germany invaded Poland, Britain and Poland quickly signed a mutual aggression pact called the Anglo-Polish Treaty, which basically said that if Germany attacks Poland, then Britain would come to Poland's defense. France already had a similar pact with Poland that had been signed almost 20 years earlier. France and Great Britain had enough of appeasing Hitler's land grabs, so on September 1st, Germany's invasion of Poland caused an immediate response by Britain and France, and they declared war on Germany just 48 hours later. Now recall that at this point, the USSR and Germany had their pact, and it also included an agreement to split up Poland. It's not often mentioned when retelling the cause of World War II, but the USSR and Germany simultaneously invaded Poland with an agreement to split it right down the middle. So if invading Poland caused Britain and France to declare war on Germany, it begs the question, why didn't they declare war on the USSR as well? They were just as guilty as Germany of invading Poland, and both France and Britain had agreements to protect their ally. The reason is an intriguing one. Kept hidden from the general public, there was a secret protocol to the 1939 Anglo-Polish Treaty that specifically limited the British obligation to protect Poland from aggression from Germany. When people questioned why Britain did nothing when the Red Army moved in on Poland, the British government considered revealing the existence of this secret part of the agreement. However, they decided not to, due to the concern that telling the truth would only provoke curiosity about the existence of similar secret protocols attached to other treaties. Okay, great. That explains why they decided to keep the secret protocol hidden, but what excuse did they give the public when they were understandably confused why the government was going to war with a powerful invader like Germany, while completely ignoring the fact that Russia was getting away with the same exact action? An answer given at the House of Commons in October 1939 revealed only that the Poles had understood that the agreement should only cover the case of aggression by Germany. If we take a look at it from a practical point of view of the British and French, Britain had already shown that it could not defend Poland against one aggressor, let alone two. Germany invaded Poland on September 1st, 1939, and the country was quickly defeated by the German military. The invasion of Poland was carried out in a lightning campaign known as the Blitzkrieg, which relied on fast-moving armored units and air power to quickly overwhelm the Polish defenses. One final reason that the British did not attempt to stop Russia from invading Poland was that the Foreign Office considered the eastern borders of Poland somewhat fluid. After all, they had only been set less than 20 years earlier. Sir William Seeds, British ambassador to Moscow, wrote in a secret telegram on September 18, 1939, "I do not myself see what advantage war with the Soviet Union would be to us, and that our war aims are not incompatible with reasonable settlement in Poland on ethnographic and cultural lines." In other words, we'd love to help, but Russia is really big and our hands are full as it is. The entire issue became moot rather quickly because about 20 months later, in June of 1941, Germany launched Operation Barbarossa, a surprise invasion of the Soviet Union. As part of the invasion, German forces also grabbed the Soviet Union-occupied parts of Poland. You gotta hand it to Germany. When they pick a fight, they pick it with everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe for more great content. Until next time.